Hey everyone, this is Monkey from the Busy Adults podcast. In this episode, we talk about creating NPCs using the NPC Creation Table in the Dungeon Master's Guide. We hope you enjoy this episode and thank you for tuning in.
You have dice. Do you have dice?
I have 2 sets of metal dice to the left of me, yes.
Okay, just like a regular old full set will do. Oh,
I have
yeah.
2.
Oh, yeah. I love a good jingle jangle.
Welcome to the second episode of Busy Adults!
Hooray! Listen to us. I was gonna say look, but that doesn't necessarily work for our format.
No, it does not.
No.
We are short one busy adult because guess what? He's busy.
Hey.
Shocker!
In this episode, wow.
Yeah, this
episode,
one.
what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building some characters. As one of the resident DMs, I have access to the Dungeon Master's Guide. And in the Dungeon Master's Guide, there's an NPC builder. There's a lot of good things on these tables for us to roll, which we will. And then what we're going to do is we're going to build a character out from there and assign like a race and a class and try to figure out the best subclass that would fit this NPC that we're building out. And maybe if you guys are lucky, you might get to face this NPC at some point in one of our many campaigns that we have.
Wait.
Well, here's the fun part. We're not just making one. We are making one personality of an NPC. But each one of us is going to make this NPC. So it might be one personality, but 3 different characters.
But this is showing us how to be a DM.
This is also true. So you're going to get a little bit of DM-ish stuff in here, too.
Both the players are learning how to DM today.
Yep.
You're actually doing the work for me. That's the reason why we're doing this episode, is because I have too many campaigns that I'm running because I'm stupid, and I'm just making you guys do the work for me.
Yeah, pretty much. So we're happy to help.
I mean, you got a big thing that you planned for our group, so yeah, you could probably use some NPCs.
For which group, though?
For the Erlen group.
Oh, God.
Because I'm talking about, I believe our good friend Yaka here is referring to the tournament that's coming up in my Erlen campaign. I actually got together with my other DM, and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to do this thing. Will you please help me? And so I gave him like, okay, this is this. I'm being vague because you guys are like literally we're in the campaign.
In the thing.
You're in the campaign. Yeah. I'm not trying to like get you to know all my secrets, right. But here's the concept. Here is how I think that it's going to work for me best as a DM, so that I'm not sitting here going through 17 different character sheets for NPCs that the players are going to be like battling against. And he gave me some input, and I think I have a good idea of what I want to do and how, like, the logistics of how I want to do it. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I know Critical Role this second season, because that's all I've watched so far, they did have a small little tournament thing too, and that was pretty cool. That wasn't grand scale. I think they had a max of like 8 people that Mercer had to DM for. That was it.
I'm trying
in the second one?
I know,
yeah.
that's
and it's in the second season because it's all I've watched.
I'm trying to think. I was like, what part of Critical Role? By the way, we all enjoy Critical Role. It's a good show. I recommend it to everyone who has at least 1,000 hours of free time to watch it.
Because you will literally need it. Yeah. I started it with the quarantine, and I've only made it like 20 episodes in.
Okay.
But it's good, isn't it?
It is.
Roughly 20 episodes in. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Is Molly dead yet?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So are you referring to right after Molly died, or during that arc where Molly died, where the bad guys,
the Silver Shepherd?
No, it was before. It was definitely before they went out and about to do that. So Molly Mock was still alive. He was still kicking. They did a small time tournament for a festival. There was a festival in that town where they got like the missions from that one elf guy. I can't remember anybody's name. It's terrible.
Okay.
But it was before they left to go do all their stuff when Molly died.
It wasn't in Felderwin, was it?
That doesn't sound familiar.
No, because Felderwin's where Beth is from.
Come on, Ray. You should know this.
I know. I am.
You're the one. You're the one that remembers everything about Critical Role.
I'm the one.
Yes. But it's been a while since I've watched it, so it's...
I mean, you can't be referring to the Knolls, because that's not a tournament.
No, this was a tournament. It was a small Coliseum type tournament. They only fought 2 teams.
I remember Okay, nope, I remember, because, yep, I do. I know exactly what you're talking about. They were in Zadash.
Yes, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, they were in Zadash. They entered the tournament. And this was the first time that I believe that they came in contact with Caleb's mentor guy. And he got the sort of Kill Bill weep, whoop, weep, whoops, like alarms going off in his head, I believe.
Yeah, yep.
There was a Veth Daragna, perhaps, is one of the other characters that they met there. There was an invisible cat or something like that. Vestaragna, not Beth. Jesus Christ.
I don't know about that, but that's okay.
Because you don't know this yet, but they ended up meeting up with that guy at a different tournament in... Yaki, you might remember this. Remember when Bo beat up that old guy?
Yes, that was a little fight club.
Yes, that's the fight club. They meet back up with one of the members of the team that they fought in Zadash. I can't think of what his name was, but he was the one that beat the shit out of Ford.
The Paladin?
Okay.
Yes, the Paladin.
Mm-hmm.
That's the tournament. Yeah, that's the tournament that Monkey is talking about.
I don't remember that tournament. Now I feel bad. I gotta go watch it again. I'm already behind one episode. I haven't even started it.
It was so far in my backlogs that I can't.
Yeah, it's
remember.
Near the beginning.
Yeah, we're literally 100 episodes in front of you.
I know, and I don't have the time to catch up and watch.
Yeah,
I had the time during quarantine.
Yeah.
No kids, staying home, working and stuff, and now I leave every day and I get home super late. It's awesome.
The life of a busy adult.
Busy adult.
Yay.
All right, well, let's get started.
Let's get started.
Let's build our campaign that we're going to play.
So I'm also going to be taking notes on this. You can see. Actually, maybe I'll stop sharing so you can't see what I'm doing. Because we're all going to be kind of doing different characters. I think maybe we'll do 3 rounds of this. One for each of us.
Yeah, maybe keep it up for now. That way we keep track of what we roll as far as personality and shit goes. And then once we get that all, there,
I'm writing it all down. So
am I. But this way we can all keep it hey, we
right there.
Agreed that it's all of this. And then we can go from there.
Great.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is I'm going to go into the Dungeon Master's Guide, and I am on page 89. And this is the sort of creating NPCs or non-player characters. We're going to start with the first prompt, which is NPC appearance. We'll go back and forth. Yaka, you can go first, and then Monkey, just whoever rolls. Yaka, give me a D20 roll, please.
Oh, it's starting out right. I got a 20.
Woo! Your NPC appearance. Exceptionally ugly.
Oh, for that 20?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Actually, I might not continue to do this. Can you hear my...
Oh, yeah, we can.
Okay, maybe I won't do that then.
Okay.
Because you can hear all of my strokes on my board here.
Yeah.
Alright, sad.
Okay.
That's okay.
That's alright.
Stop share.
Second episode, guys. Still figuring it out.
We're figuring things out as we go. We are smart. SMRT. Okay, let's see. Up next. So that's the appearance. Let's go for NPC abilities. Monkey, give me a D6 roll. This will be their high ability.
Oh, God. Oh, and that's off the table.
Doesn't count.
It's a
5.
1. No.
5.
5. Their high ability is going to be wisdom.
Whiz.
Yaka, give me a D6 roll. This is going to be their low ability.
A D6 for low. There we go. 6.
That would be charisma. That goes along with the fact that they're ugly.
Right?
It does.
Not to say that those who are ugly do not have high charisma, because that's completely untrue.
No, it's basically personality and not looks.
Well, I mean, I think classically charisma also, it's just overall, like how, your personality, your looks, just generalness.
Yeah.
Okay. The next roll is going to be a D20, and that's for NPC talent.
Alright, I got it. 17.
That was a thick roll, by the way. I could hear that bad boy just...
That's fine. It works.
THICC.
Middle.
So the NPC talent is 17. That is Expert Juggler.
Oh, we got the juggler.
Okay, the next roll is going to be for the NPC mannerisms. That's another D20.
11.
11. Makes constant jokes or puns.
This guy's like looking like me. Like, what the fuck's going on here?
I know, we're rolling Yaka.
Are
It's fantastic.
you taking into account the exceptionally ugly roll that you...
Absolutely, the start. Like, I didn't even see that one. I was like, wait, high wisdom, low charisma, I can juggle, I make jokes all the time. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Yep, we're rolling Yaka.
Oh, this is an intervention.
Actually, we brought you here today for a very special reason.
Yes, we rigged all of your die as well.
Oh no, they're all weighted.
Okay, the next roll is going to be a D12. That's going to be for the NPC interaction traits.
D12, go. Oh god. 2.
2. Arrogant.
Arrogant. What the hell's going on here, guys?
We did not plan this, but I wish we did.
She's just gonna like put my real name in the game just to make it like stick.
Okay. The next roll. Actually, let's. I don't know. It's either going to be good or evil. I don't know. How do you want to do that? Maybe just a D20 and go for high and low?
Yeah, we could do that.
I guess so.
Okay, go ahead. Yaka.
Alright, well, who's calling the high or low?
Monkey.
Low.
It's a 12.
Okay, that's high, technically. So, Yaka, roll the D6 for the NPC evil ideal.
Oh no.
2.
That would be greed.
This is honest to God. Yaka.
Oh, jeez. Okay, now we're going to move on to either lawful or chaotic. Let's do the same thing. Monkey, you do a high or a low, and Yucca, you do a d20.
Oh, I do the d20? Okay.
Yes.
That's fine. We'll say low again.
9. It's low.
Okay. So that would be a lawful ideal. Monkey, a d6?
1.
Community. So we have a lawful evil character. Up next, give me a d10 roll. This is going to be for the NPC bonds.
Where's my 10? There's my 10. 6.
6. Drawn to a special place. Okay, Yaka, give me a d12. This is going to be for the NPC's flaw and secret.
d12. A 10.
A 10. Secret crime or misdeed. And that is all of the tables under the NPC thing. The thing. So why don't one of you who has a list of all of these things just go ahead and repeat what y'all got.
I got it.
Okay.
I have exceptionally ugly, high wisdom, low charisma, expert juggler, constant making jokes and puns, arrogant, evil trait, greed, lawful, community, drawn to a special place, secret, crime, or misdeed.
Okay, sounds good. Time for deliberation. Are we all ready?
Yep, I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We took a couple of minutes to think about, like, on our own. We didn't discuss what classes or races or anything we would be talking about with each other. So I think, why don't we go? Why don't we tell our things?
Tell all our things.
Tell all of our things.
Let's
Okay.
show and tell.
No, man. Well, who wants to go first?
Should we roll for initiative?
We should.
Yeah, let's do it.
Whoops.
What'd you do?
How else is there a way to decide to go first? Like, seriously.
This is the logical answer.
It's true.
It's like the whose line is it anyway? It's like, what do you say to start a fight? Roll initiative.
Yes.
That would be a 16 for little old me.
I got a 15.
I got 9.
It's me. I go first.
Hey, go Ray.
Okay. So, I didn't come up with a name, which is the stupidest thing ever.
Why?
Because
I didn't either. It's okay.
I didn't come up with a name, but so he
That's why I got the internet.
He is a trickery domain cleric. And he is also a bugbear. He believes that he is practically the second coming of God. Well, that's according to himself. Because he was chosen by the gods to imbue such divine powers. He constantly will be using his trickery domain skills, like, for example, first level trickery domain is charm person and disguise self. If I have low charisma and I'm fucking ugly as hell, I'm gonna be using the shit out of charm person and disguise self to make other people at least tolerate me. So he is uber religious, and he's ready to tell anyone why not only is his god the best, but why he's the best, because the gods chose him.
I love it.
That's what I got.
I love it.
I think that's you, Monkey. You're next.
Monkey.
It is.
We'll discuss them after everybody goes.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. It's funny because I went with another tricky type of thing. The Arcane Trickster. So this is a
rogue?
Goblin Arcane Trickster Rogue.
Okay.
So I don't have a name for him either. But he likes to put on little shows to show that he is better than some of the other people around him. He juggles daggers. He's one of those crazy people. But he's kind of got a dark side to him. He likes to make deals with people where they offer their lives, their money, or something else for his own personal gain in order to help them out. So kind of like a deal with the devil type deal.
Okay.
But he does go back to his home, or where he grew up, in the slums of this city that he's in. And he will occasionally help them out, but only if he gets something in return.
All right.
Now, the secret that he harbors, it gets a little dark. So if any of you are squeamish, turn away now. Or skip the next 30 seconds.
Turn off your radio.
No way. But
don't touch that dial.
Don't do it. But his secret is that he had a child with one of the royal daughters.
Oh.
But he had to sacrifice that child in order to save another.
Whoa.
So that little baby, a newborn baby.
That reminds me of The Witcher already.
I know. And
that was the most fucked up mission.
Yeah, so that's what I've got. My Goblin Arcane Trickster Deal with the Devil thing.
I dig it.
I love it.
Dig it.
It's so good.
Wow. I love it.
Cool. Alright, it's up to you, Yaka. What you got?
Alright. So, kind of went the same route, in a sense, with Ray. I have a human knowledge cleric acolyte.
Huh.
I kind of saw this person as someone who was like kind of in the faith, but kind of not. The juggling thing was kind of weird to fit in, so I was like, maybe it's like they're juggling life and things that they want to do. And like he's a constant joke maker and stuff, and blah 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 blah. Wisdom is perfect for the cleric, except the saving throw is a proficiency in charisma, and I'm like, but he's got a low charisma, and I'm trying to think like outside of that shit. And I'm like, wait a second, here we go. He's somewhat committed to this religion, and juggling, as in he's juggling, between good and evil, and obviously he's a little evil, but he's lawful. Like he wants to help his community, but he's willing to do whatever it takes to help the community. And he has discovered an item, something, XYZ, and his arrogance, he goes out and gets it without having the full understanding of what this thing is. And hence the knowledge thing. Like he didn't, so then he learns after he gets it. He captures this thing, he gets cursed, and now all of a sudden his charisma drops because of this. Now he's trying to lift the curse.
Whoa.
Knowledge domain, trying to learn and things like this.
Whoa.
So yeah, that was his secret. The special place would probably be the place to cure his curse or lift the curse or something like that. And then arrogance, I just kind of saw the arrogance as like his older part of his backstory before he was cursed. And then maybe as you're helping him in the missions, it rises up again. Like the closer he gets to his goal, it's kind of like, no, we're going to do it this way. And it becomes more aggressive. And you're like, whoa, we can't do this right now. Like he starts to conflict with the party because he's not getting his way.
Oh, shit.
So good. So, let me just say something.
Yeah.
I definitely took this the way, I don't know that a DM in general, like blanket, I can say that a DM would take this, but I took this the way in my DM mind. Because you have to make a lot of NPCs that just exist in general. And they don't, for the most part, they don't have like a deep backstory and deep reasoning like both of your guys' characters did, for sure. For the
Leave it to the PCs.
Right, so for the most part, when at least I'm making a NPC, I keep it pretty surface level, but then under the surface I have like, okay, what do they want? Like, that is their main driver for me as a DM to make the decision for this NPC to do things. You guys are making a new player character.
Yep.
So that's really the main difference that I can see behind both of your guys' sort of creation of this character and my creation of this character. Because I got to be on the fly real quick. Well, have a couple details to be able to remember and like keep going through, you know, the entire game because you're going to jump, you know, run into him at some point in time. I can remember a million details.
I mean, the way I would see it is if I was DMing, I would just take the things that make sense and that I can quickly make an idea with and run with that. And like maybe I use 5 out of the 10 things we rolled or whatever.
Which is what I did.
Yeah. And then like later it's like, okay, they're showing up. Let's dig into these other ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or make up whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
But yeah, a good NPC should always have like a want or a need as the base for all of the interactions that you're going to have with them in the future.
Yeah, whereas like a player, we create more of like the story based on what we want from the character itself. So like my guy, I created him with just kind of a story. And then I went from there as far as the race and the class goes. Mm-hmm. So kind of their background.
Yeah. Because I didn't want to pick an elf because I'm like, look, he had to be stupid and get this item in my head. And I'm like, human is just like, it's like a flash in the pan according to time. It's not like elf that lives forever or gnome that lives forever. I wanted like short lifespan, you know. So
I went straight ugly with that goddamn goblin.
Ugly bugbear.
I mean, like,
ugly bugbear. Yep.
Pretty classically ugly creatures, especially goblins and bugbears. They're traditionally just monsters. It isn't up until after, you know, a couple of extra, you know, modules and books have come out that they have abilities to be a class or a race.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like all of them. I think they're all good ideas. If I had to choose, let's think. If we had to choose one of the other people who wasn't our own.
Oh, so it's got to be one or the other. You're picking favorites?
Yes. Honestly, I would pick because his seems to have more of, again, as a player, more of a backstory, more of a drive for that character to accomplish their goal with a story added to it. How they became to be and what they need to be.
Yeah, I think it has a good plot hook to it.
Yeah. So I would
Call
definitely
me Captain Hook.
So yeah, I'd have to say Yaka's character, the knowledge domain cleric, is my bet.
I'll have to use at least the similar reasonings to agree with it, that it is a good open-ended character to create situations, to have a plot hook, to just continue the story. Mm-hmm.
Do I gotta pick between mom and dad now?
Yes you do.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, I'll only hate you a little bit.
We still have 2 other turns to try and do this.
Yeah, it's true.
Right, I know. I don't know. Man, I don't know. I see them both. Your guys is to me really hard to decide between. But I think it would just be hilarious to have a bugbear as an expert juggler. Like, I gotta go with that.
Yeah.
Just like a lanky, hairy bugbear man thing.
Yeah, I just like that. I like the cleric idea.
I do. I like him being uber religious too, and very evangelical Christian type.
Oh,
you
yes.
know, God has put himself in me, and I've put myself out to you to be. Like, come on, like.
Yeah, and it's a bugbear of all things.
Right, he's real ugly. And he's got the arrogance of a good-looking person.
Yes.
So, well, thanks.
Yay.
Let's go again. How's it sound, guys?
Let's do it.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Give it a shot.
Again, I have the DM's guide, so I'll make y'all go back and forth. Why don't we? I think we know what we rolled last time. If we roll it again, let's pick something different.
Okay.
Just like if you roll another exceptionally ugly, like just roll again. We'll figure it out.
Right.
Don't give me that look.
I guess I'll go first.
Yeah.
Monkey, go first.
D20.
I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. 17.
Nope, 17. Distinctive nose.
Oh, he's got a big nose.
Or a little nose.
Or a little nose. Or a
or no nose. Or it's
Voldemort.
a Voldemort.
It's fucking Voldemort.
Great.
Alright, well, we're gonna make Voldemort, guys. Just a heads up.
Okay. A D6.
I got a 6, so it would be high charisma.
That's correct.
Oh shit, it is Voldemort, guys.
Oh god. Shit. Alright, Monkey, another D6, please.
Hold on, I'm writing.
He's after a little boy. Will be cool.
By the way, guys, this is an adult channel, and I just rolled a D20. Let me try that 6 again.
Oh.
A 2.
A 2. Low dexterity.
I'm still. It's gonna be Voldemort. It's gonna be a wizard.
Yes.
It's Voldemort.
I think we should just veto Voldemort. Like, come on, guys, that's too easy.
Oh, okay. Moldemort.
Moldemort.
I picked Zoldemort.
Fuck you guys. Okay, give me a D20.
13.
13. Their NPC talent is drinks everyone under the table.
Oh, that's not Voldemort.
Unless it's unicorn blood.
Okay, yeah.
He
That's
leads
true.
a cursed life. A half-life.
That's true. So he's just a drunk.
Okay. Up next, it's gonna be another D20.
Hey, look at that. 8.
8. Uses flowery speech or long words.
God, this is looking like a wizard, man.
I know. I mean, you
Challenge
can
yourself. You can definitely do wizard, but challenge yourself.
Right. I mean, I'm gonna try to do something unique and crazy, but like
barbarian.
There we go.
A
D12.
very intelligent, charismatic, fucking crazy barbarian. Yes.
12.
That would be their NPC interaction trait is suspicious.
Voldemort.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Doldevort.
Voldemort.
Okay.
Coldemort.
Yaka, I'm gonna roll this time because I haven't had a lot of roll opportunities. Yaka, you tell me high or low.
Hi.
15. High. They're evil. Monkey, you tell me high or low.
We'll go high as well.
Alright, that's gonna be Nope, it is lawful. So another evil, lawful combination. So one of y'all give me well, actually both of y'all give me a d6.
One for the evil one. 'Cause I picked that.
I heard monkeys 1.
Yep. 1 and 2.
And Yaka, you had it too. Let's go with Yaka's 2. No, those are the same rules we had last time.
Are they?
Were they?
Yeah, because it's greed and community.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
4.
I also got a 4.
Okay. Their evil ideal is retribution. And their lawful ideal is logic.
Harry
Voldemort.
Potter, here we come. Like this.
I know it. Okay.
Like, God dang it.
Okay, so a d10.
I'll roll it.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. I just went everywhere, but 7.
Protective of a sentimental keepsake.
This is Voldemort, guys.
It is.
I don't know what to tell you guys, but this is Voldemort. And
Well,
then
we don't have to build the character.
It's already done. Thanks, JK. Actually,
Yes.
let's not mention JK Rowling because she's a terrible person. Separate the author from the actual art itself.
Yep.
PSA, don't read anything about JK. If you like Harry Potter, the series, just be blissful and enjoy that on its own.
Yes, stay away from the internet.
Yeah.
Except for our podcast. Stay on our podcast.
Definitely do that. Follow us at Busy Adults, BUSYADDULTS on Twitter.
Yes.
Sure.
I mean, that's one of them. We have Twitter.
Yep. We got other social medias too that we will definitely tell you about.
MySpace.
Yep, MySpace.
AOL.com.
Yep, you can hit us up on AIM. We're
Yep.
always
Always
online.
Yep.
Okay, last one is a D12. That's yeah.
That's Yaka.
Oh, that's not a D12. There we go.
It's the one we never use.
A 10.
Roll again. We had that last time.
A 6.
A 6. Prone to rage.
I would like to rage.
It's Voldemort cross-class with a barbarian.
He would not to rage.
That was my idea when I threw out the barbarian. He went to school
Right.
to be a wizard one time and then fuck it and just raged.
All right. I guess we will take a moment to think about what sort of character we're going to make out of these traits. Being a distinctive nose, high charisma, low dexterity, they drink everyone under the table, they use flowery speech and long words, they are very suspicious, they would like some kind of retribution and use logic for that. They have a protective keepsake, or they're protective of a keepsake, and they are prone to rage. We'll be right back with our characters. Okay, we're back. We have our characters. We're ready to discuss, and let's roll for initiative to see who goes first.
8.
1, 5.
So 15, 8, 1.
And 1.
Nice.
All right. Once again, I did not come up with a name. I was too busy talking about other things.
Shall we
That's why
share
they
what
have
this
the
other thing
internet.
is?
No.
Fair enough.
So the
Why they
character I came up with is a dwarf Oath of Vengeance paladin with a knight background. She is very thick of beard, so thick that it obscures the whole bottom half of her face. So you can't even see the nose and the mouth. That's a defining feature that there is none. She speaks of a war and the abominations or creatures that raided her hometown, and now she carries like a very distinct hatred for that kind of creature, like up to the fact that she's prejudiced against that type of creature in every sense of the way. She will act cordially in regular social situations to these creatures, but will think about slitting their throat the entire time, and is known to get drunk and go on bouts spewing hate speech against these creatures, you know, because she has such a hatred for them. The logic in her mind is, oh, well, those creatures were bad. They attacked, you know, our town, you know, during war. So obviously they're all bad. Like, duh, of course they're all bad. They all deserve to be murdered because they're horrible creatures. I haven't assigned a creature, but just in general, they hate whatever the type of creature or race or whatever that attacked that town. What else did I miss? Yeah, and they just want to kill all of those kinds. That's what I got.
A paladin, I like it.
Alright.
5e, paladins don't have to be lawful good.
They do not.
No, right.
Especially vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with a knight type of background, like, it's a layer upon a layer upon a layer. She thinks she's doing good. She thinks that this is the correct thing. I mean, why wouldn't she? That's the way that she grew up, and that's the circumstance that she was put into.
Yep. You got that right.
Alright, that's me. That's my Dwarf Oath of Vengeance Paladin.
Okay. Well, I've got a Goliath Berserker Barbarian Wizard of the Evocation.
Okay,
School.
multi-class?
Yes.
So you did choose that option.
I did. I honestly, I could not think of a better option for this. So, Goliath came from a clan that was pretty dumb. Just straight warriors, that's all they do. But this kid, has a knack for magic. And he's much smarter than all of these dumb, brutish warriors, fighters, idiots, stuff like that. So, he enrolls in a wizard academy. But before he goes, his mom actually creates a leather-bound spellbook for him to take with him to class.
Okay.
Well, this Goliath, because he's such a know-it-all, the clan made fun of him, all that stuff, and they beat him up more than a few times, broke his nose more than a few times, so it's a little crooked.
There you go.
Yeah, it's like sideways. We'll call it like sideways crooked. Yep, it's bad. So, when he gets to the wizard school, all of these elves are all making fun of him about this big brutish idiot and all that stuff, and in one of the classes decides to burn said spellbook that his mom created.
Aw, man.
Instant rage. Kills a few of the elves.
Wow.
And starts destroying stuff. So, ever since then, he has a huge hatred and rage against all spellcasters.
Oh, okay.
All spellcasters.
Alright, wow.
So, but the magic that he wields, he uses to destroy. So, fireball aplenty.
I like it.
Yep. Well, that's him. That's my Goliath Berserker Wizard of Evocation.
Very good.
All right.
Yeah, thanks.
All right.
So, I came up with a Red Dragonborn Bard Valor School.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Different.
Oh yeah. Like I was just like, well, I'll just throw this in there, Like I don't know what the fuck I'm cooking up, but let's just go.
Yeah.
But I was like, Bard Valor, which is kind of like in Pathfinder a Skald. And I was like drinking warriors and types of things like that. Flowery long words, friggin' Bard, like that makes sense. And then follows warriors drinking, blah 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 blah. Cool stuff. Suspicion. I was like, there's something in his past that he doesn't like, and he's a very talkative person, but he doesn't like people digging into his past because he's got something to protect, and it's something he doesn't want to share. So he gets very suspicious of that, and that's when I kind of went down to prone to rage. Is when they start insulting his character or digging too much, he gets angry.
Don't dig too deep.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wanted to pick a different Dragonborn other than Red, but I was like, it kind of fits. If like this
with
ragey,
the rage, yeah, for sure.
Like other than maybe a white, which is a little more primal, but I don't know. Anyway, it was like evil retribution. I'm like something in his past. I was like lawful. I'm like I just see the bard as like an intelligent kind of like finds a way to make the words work. Kind of like what was it in Critical Role, where they're just like, oh, you just need a threshold diamond, right? And then if you watched it, you can see how they did a loop and found a loophole in the guy's. It was when they're in the Feywild. It's like they did a loop. It was the first season. They did a loophole with the guy, and it was like, oh yeah, you just need this, right? Yeah. And so then they ended up satisfying his request, and it wasn't what the guy wanted, but they satisfied it to a T. Therefore, the logic comes into play. And then as a protective keepsake, I was thinking like, oh, well, maybe an instrument or like a piece of equipment. And I was like, that's kind of standard. And I was like, no, let's do like his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And like he misses his daughter so much, but because of something he's done in his past, he can't go back to his family because he's
to leave them behind.
Retribution. I'm like, ooh. So he doesn't like people digging into his past. He just wants to move forward, and he doesn't want people to question him because he doesn't want to open up.
All right. Yeah, I dig it.
Which is weird for a guy who wants to talk.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I can see that in a lot of, people or entertainers. Their personas, or about what they're doing, but you don't actually know about their personal life. And
right.
I mean, there are a lot of, current entertainers that get upset or don't want to talk about their personal lives. That is separate. That's private. What we're doing here, this is for public consumption, and I will only speak of this.
Yeah.
So I like it. That's a really nice.
Yeah, I struggled a little bit, but I was like, oh, we'll just plop this in here. I was like, ooh, that sets off this one.
Yeah.
I dig it.
All right. Good job. I liked that. I liked both of your guys' characters.
Yeah.
Once again, you guys had really good ones. Is it time to deliberate?
I think we should.
Should we find a winner amongst us
Only
all?
one.
Well, not a winner, but
Well, I mean, we may run into these people who may be winners down the road in their campaign, so that's a real winner.
I don't know. I don't know.
Just like, what was the surface? It was a Goliath, Wizard, Barbarian, and what was yours, Ray?
Dwarf, Oath of Vengeance, Paladin, Knight background.
I gotta go with the dwarf, man. Everything just sounded
definitely. I'm gonna have to agree with that. Yeah,
it was good.
it fits.
Thank you for liking my racist dwarf.
Yeah. Yep.
It fits for the prompt, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would go ahead and say, fuck. I don't know.
Who's your daddy?
Whomst is my
or
father?
Yaka?
That is the question. Is it a monkey or is it a Yaka?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and give the point to Monkey. I like the backstory. I really enjoy the multi-classing portion of it, where you take into account the wizarding school that, you know, and his community that he was sort of rejected from for being smart, and then on the other side, the wizarding or the magical community that rejected him for being, you know, not traditionally smart. And it's just, it leads to a very good character and a lot of room for either development or for him turning into the big bad evil guy.
Yeah, I think as like a PC, he's not good because it's just two kind of extremes there. But I'm like, as a NPC who's meant to drive story, that's it. It's a
great story to follow, and it could go either way. He could, you know, come out of it, you know, with love in his heart and trying to learn acceptance, or just continuing to kill every magical person or creature in his path.
Or dead because the party didn't care about him. They're like, oh yeah, he's just kind of tagging along.
They got in an argument once, and now Cleric doesn't heal him at all.
Wow.
That's a...
True.
Well, we don't have to share the treasure at the end of this dungeon run.
Wow. So does that work for divine powers, or is it strictly like arcane magics? Because that's another conversation for your character, Monkey.
I was thinking of a more of like just straight magic, like innate magic. So I don't know if it's divine. Yes, but I wouldn't.
Anything that has a magical ability.
If it's a power given to you from a higher power, I don't think he would be as like rage induced by it. But like sorcerers, because they are made of magic, basically. I know, but at the same time, the same could be same with warlocks.
That way.
They're given power by some kind of being, not necessarily divine, but something's giving them this power, not innate magic abilities. So, yeah, I would say warlock and clerics more than likely are kind of safe, but sorcerers and wizards, no.
That makes me think I want to create a warlock that is posing as a cleric. They have the celestial sort of patron that gives them all of the healing type spells. And they just pretend, oh no, yeah, I am definitely a follower of Paylor. Yeah, Paylor, he's my guy, totally. But like in the background, they're doing some sort of spells in their book to try to obtain more powers. And stealing souls or something that a warlock would do.
Slurping them down like Slurpees at 7-Eleven.
That's some good soul.
For now.
God, this is
you never know where this will take us.
That's true. We might
webcams.
one day get good cameras, and
or meet in person.
And decent backgrounds. Meet in person. I'm just not even considering meeting in person.
Like maybe down the road after COVID.
Yeah, to date this episode, it is mid-September 2020.
Nope, the world is on
nothing
fire.
Is good.
Literally, and nobody cares. It's not as bad as Australia.
Literally.
Earlier this year.
No.
I'm sorry, Australia. That was terrible.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
in the U.S., it's still pretty bad right now.
Horrible.
With fires and everything. Just everything.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
And on that great note of optimism and hope, we're gonna go ahead and end this episode for now. We'll be back in the next one. Thanks!
Hey everyone, this is Monkey. Thank you for listening to the Busy Adults podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe for more of our latest content. I hope you enjoyed the podcast and have a great day.